Hey everyone, hope they're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis, updated commodities, work our way through the dollar yields, precious metals, and commodities ETFs that I follow. I'll interject my financial opinions as we go through it. And if you need help with anything, check out finding-value.com, where I dive deeper into all these topics and subjects, looking for potential investment opportunities, sharing those opportunities with everyone in the community. I do that through midweek updates and also Q&A sessions on the weekends, either Saturday or Sunday. We still have a special going on. Special is the coupon code. Type in special and you can get a discount on both the monthly membership and a larger discount on the yearly membership. And you can always switch from a monthly to a yearly if you're interested. Let's dive in, take a look, see what's going on today. Starting with the DXY, we've got selling pressure in the DXY relative to other currencies that it's compared against. We are down substantially, 0.77% today, which is a pretty big move. We've got the arrow there. That arrow was put in place with this bearish engulfing candlestick right here. And we are in that downtrend move right now. We do have support that's a little bit underneath us. That's that blue channel line, which I don't know why it's not linked up there. I drew it on non-logarithmic, that's why. And we're right there at support, and we'll see if that support holds. If we break through that support, we got a long way to run, guys. A long way to run for commodities and precious metals. You're also going to see currency exchange rates of other commodity currencies outperform the dollar if the dollar breaks down. We've got stronger yields today. So we had a weaker dollar with stronger yields. Yields were up 1% on the 2-year. I've got the bearish engulfing candlestick here that I'm pointing at, which will lead to a potential move lower. Now, if someone's in there jacking around doing yield curve control, we could see this bubble back up. So we'll watch that together here. We've got the 10-year yield also up 1%. I know they're trying to hold this under about 4.5. Every time we get around that 4.5% area, it gets pushed back down, pushed back down, pushed back down. And I find it incredibly difficult to believe someone's in there buying that amount of bonds on these days here. I find it very difficult. 30-year yield up 1% today. And again, these all look bullish to go higher, not lower. On every single time frame, it looks like things want to go up from a long, big picture view. TLT bond prices are down 1.32%. There it is today, and this still looks pretty crappy. We've got our topping pattern here. That's our end of trend shoulder head shoulder. Broke out to the downside where the circle is, and we've been heading lower ever since. The 2 and the 10-year yield chopping sideways today, 0.04% down. We're right at support. We'll see if it holds. What we've seen historically is if this drops lower, that is a recession for the most part. If it reinverts and inflation comes back into the system, we could see the curve invert again, staying high for an inflationary front that is coming or that we're in. TYX TNX ratio heading a little bit higher, so a little bit of a tailwind behind gold with this moving higher and a lot of a tailwind with the dollar heading down 0.78%. So gold's up $91. It is breaking out of my little downtrend line that I drew, even though I cut through this one. I was hitting the tops of these guys here. So this looks pretty solid. We could easily get a breakout. I think we're probably going to get a pretty strong move if we break above 34.25 and close above that, somewhere in that general region here. So it's looking good. Pretty strong candlestick. It closed towards its closing price. very strong. Silver ripping it, absolutely ripping it. I know we've been talking about $35 level. I've got a resistance line drawn in. The resistance line is at about 34, 35 bucks. And we are at 34.90. We're real close to breaking through the 35 level. Look at the strong closing on this. We closed right up at the highs. And that's a very strong candlestick to do that. So we could be at the beginning of a very big move. Now, I'm not stating that it will go straight higher. What I'm stating is that we break 35, it probably has some staying power. We can keep going on up. Silver does like to do chaotic things and move very quickly, so that is definitely on the table. Platinum up about 1%. That has broken to the upside of its pattern. We've pulled back a few trading days before today, and everything looks good. We're sitting on top of everything. I do think this will go up with time. If we start to see platinum outperform gold, we have entered a condition where inflation's coming through the system. Right now, it hasn't beaten it yet, but I'd be watching it just to see what occurs coming up here. Palladium also up quite big today, 3.77%, looking pretty strong. Had the nice small candlesticks coming down right inside the big army here, the three candlesticks. That's a bullish formation. And again, I've got the upward arrow. That's supposed to be an arrow there. And it looks good to go higher. It looks good. XAU to gold ratio. The gold and silver mining companies are going to start to heat up here. We're starting to see a move. We have a huge runway ahead of us. Big, big, big runway. And gold and silver mining companies can run for days. They can run a marathon higher. We've got so much room to move up against gold. Gold's had a big run. It may continue to run. And we might see the gold and silver mining companies start to take participation in this run, and it could be big. With a ratio where this is at, this is a huge opportunity. So I know people on the website, we've positioned, we've talked about a lot of the companies. We continue to bring up a few companies here and there. A lot of them are more speculative, as a lot of the big boys, they're already running. So we'll continue to do that until they start running full speed, and then we'll continue to focus on things that are down. GDX is up 6%. It is ripping. Look at that thing rip. Go, go, go. GDXJ also looks absolutely fantastic, ripping off its base here in full stride. So again, GDX is the leader. GDXJ is lagging it. So you could have, we broke out here in April of 24. GDXJ, I'd say nice little breakout here, September, October of 24. And SILJ is still inside the pattern. So what do you think I would do? SILJ is going to use this as a launching pad, guys. It's going to use it as a launching pad. So get ready. Get ready. And there's still junior silver companies that are down with really good opportunities that are still down there. Crude oil up 3.8%. I think we were up earlier in the morning. We were hitting some resistance. You can see the line going across there. That's hitting a little bit of resistance here. It's starting to break out of its flag pattern here. Looks fantastic. Let's hope the momentum can continue and we can get out of this inverted shoulder, head, shoulder pattern and start moving higher and squeeze all those guys. TTF gas up 2.36, and again, I'm going to remain bullish. It's a bullish engulfing pattern today. Looks good to go higher. And again, when we broke out of the falling wedge, you can pull back, but I think we're going to go higher. We need to drill a lot of natural gas, and natural gas prices aren't high enough yet. We need higher prices. Natural gas in America for Henry Hub's up 8% today. Big day today. Still underneath the blue resistance level, but guys, we're going to have to go higher. We have to turn on a whole bunch of natural gas to fill up these liquefied natural gas terminals, and we're going to have to bring on more wells. More wells means higher price. Right now, we've been going in the opposite direction. We've been releasing rigs, releasing frac crews. We need to turn that all back on. So nat gas prices at 380-ish, probably not high enough. I think we're going 5, 6, 7, $8 at a minimum. Our boy XOP, yeah, you know me, it's trying to break out. It's still right at the resistance line of this flag pattern coming on back, and that is a bullish formation to break higher. That's why I've got the arrow going up. We'll see if crude oil can break out and natural gas can start moving, and we can turn back on rigs and produce more. But right now, things don't look all that pretty for production supply. OIH also up 1.6%. We're kind of at that support area. We'll see if we can get some momentum generating to the upside. We've got Newcastle coal futures up 1.42%. And this doesn't look too bad. It looks like it's going to try to work its way on up. So that looks okay. The Sprott Physical Uranium Trust down 1.9%. A little bit of selling pressure here. It started with this bearish engulfing there. That's where it started, and this is the follow-through from that origin place. So right now we have to wait for a turning point in the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust, and we're still inside this flag pattern. Uranium futures pricing looks fantastic. We were flat today, but still looks good to go higher. No reversal candlesticks. The equities down slightly right underneath resistance. I think when we break this, we're going to do a big old run. This looks fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Now, some people will say, well, Andy, you said it looks fantastic. How come it hasn't broken out yet if this goes sideways? I can't tell you when. I can just tell you what it looks like. It's fantastic. Not a lot of selling pressure right at resistance. And when the buyers want to push it higher, when money wants to flow into the sector, that's when it will break. We've got URNM also down a little bit, 1.84%. And I've got sideways to slightly lower action. That's exactly what we're doing. And we're just waiting for a reversal candlestick to come up, to go higher. But right now, it's sideways or lower, consolidating. URNJ doing the same thing. It just does it with more volatility than URNM or URA. So again, that's sideways to slightly lower, just like URNM, on a larger, bigger picture up move, in my opinion. So short time frame, we are pulling back in a consolidation. Maybe we might even get down. We might even get down here. It's possible $16 or something. But longer term, up. Nickel, we're up 0.42%, still chopping sideways. Copper's up 3.8. That's looking pretty big there for copper. A little bit of selling pressure towards the end of the day, but again, we're going higher. It looks good. We're sitting on top of patterns, and that's always bullish. COPX up 2% today. There it is, and we are trying to break out of this consolidation. So whenever we can break out of here, it looks like it's trying to do it now. We'll see if we can release from the pattern and get moving. So that looks bullish. Lithium's down 0.75%. This still hasn't caught a break yet, and we've just been slowly creeping lower in a falling pattern. Bearish patterns are ones that face upward, and I don't see a bearish pattern in there. But we could continue to creep lower. It's possible, but we've got some support coming up underneath us for lithium. REMX is the same thing. We've been just creeping lower, small candlesticks all through there. It's not powerfully moving lower. It's just kind of dripping off some sellers that just don't want to be here before we make our move higher. Iron ore down slightly, still squeezing up. Squeeze. Aluminum up 1%. This one had a bearish formation. It's hanging on at the moment. So I'm still bearish at this moment until I see a reversal candlestick. Baltic Dry Index looking pretty dang strong, breaking out of its little pattern here with a bullish engulfing on the weekly. Could see this move on up with time. Baltic Dry Index looking better. Emerging markets liking the weaker currency, the DXY, and that is a bullish formation to move higher. So that looks good. Moo up 0.65%. Again, that still looks fantastic to move higher. I've got the big arrow in there. There you go. And I've been like that since this reversal candlestick here. Higher, higher, higher the whole time until I see a reversal candlestick, which just if you get a reversal, doesn't mean you'll go lower. You could consolidate sideways too. KRE down 0.74%, putting in this shoulder, head, shoulder potentially. We'll see if that will be the case. It is a bullish flag pattern or pennant formation that has formed. So that is bullish. XHB down 1.26%. Again, could be a shoulder, head, shoulder. And this is a pattern that is falling wedge, squeezing up. So we'll see if we can get a reversal here. Russell's up a little bit. Again, maybe a shoulder, head, shoulder, putting in the pattern. The S&P 500's up, looks good. Looks like a big flag pattern that's been squeezing between these two. Still looks good to go higher. NASDAQ up 0.67, looks good to go higher. It's a bullish engulfing. We'll see if we can get some follow through. SMCI up about 3%. That's a bullish engulfing pattern candlestick today. Looks good to try to go higher. Still looks good. And we've got a big double bottom forming there. NVIDIA up 1.67, still looks good to go higher. I'm not bearish yet. I don't see big reversal candlesticks. Yeah, we can consolidate sideways or something like that, and one could show up eventually. But at this time, it still looks okay. We've broken out of the downtrend, and it broke out of that for a reason. Bitcoin right at resistance. Some people think this is going to roll over. It very well could. It does look a little bit bearish from this perspective, like an inverted flag pattern. But we're at support, so let's see which direction it wants to follow through in. Ethereum also tracking sideways. And again, I don't see a ton of selling pressure there, so let's wait and see what happens. If it's bearish, we'll get a big red candlestick showing up, but hasn't shown up yet. MicroStrategy up 0.87, and again, this could go either direction. But longer term, it's broken upward. Shorter term, we still have this pullback that we're dealing with there. And the VIX is down 1.13 as the markets have gone up a little bit today. So the volatility index generally declines when the stock indices go up. But that's what I've got for today, guys. So give me a thumb up for the content. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website. Use special as the coupon code if you'd like to join. We'll be giving a midweek update here, obviously, in the midweek. And everything's posted on the website for the Sunday Q&A session that was held yesterday. All right, guys. We'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.